everybody, it's me, the chef, from Penguin and the Chef, and it's Oh Solo Mio. The penguin doesn't feel so good, so I'm kind of flying solo tonight. We went over to that crazy Casey days, you'll see on a different video. We only found 3 yard sales, didn't find any vendor food trucks, but we did go around and get pictures of the world's largest everything they got, except for one thing, I think, for you guys, that she'll be posting later. So tonight I am going to be cooking another fair food favorite that we have. You know, anytime you go to the carnivals and fairs, you always smell those peppers and onions cooking somewhere. Somebody's got them cooking for Italian sausages and Polish sausages. So I found most of this stuff marked down along the way, and my version is a little different than what you're going to get at the thing, but I think it tastes better too. Long time ago when I was a kid, one of my aunts was a bus driver for the Vigo County school thing, and she had to take a busload of kids to the state fair. And I got to go to the state fair with her, and one of the stands over there, they were selling sweet Italian sausages. And I went up and asked the guy, I said, give me one Italian sausage. He said, you want it loaded? And I said, well, yeah, you know, I'm a kid, I just thought that meant peppers and onions. Well, they end up putting cheese and a sweet tomato sauce on it too. And that's the only time I've ever found them where they put that sweet tomato sauce, and I really like it. So this is my version of those sandwiches. What we got here is we got some just some plain old Bar S smoked Polish sausages. I use sweet peppers mixed with green bell peppers. My stomach ain't great, so I can't eat a lot of bell peppers, but I can have the sweet peppers, and I think they add a better flavor to the sandwiches anyway. So I have sliced up here yellow sweet pepper, orange sweet pepper, and 2 small red sweet peppers. And then I threw in a little bit of diced up green bell pepper that we had in the freezer. And behind that I have about a medium onion. I sliced up. There's some of it's diced fine, and the rest of it's sliced up in thin slices. I got some garlic powder, some McCormick's Pinch Perfect Italian seasoning, some onion powder. I got a can of Hunt's tomato paste. I got a big heaping tablespoon of sugar sitting up there. I got these Johnsonville, and I think they have the best flavor, the Italian sweets. Now, one of these I'm cooking for her, I'm going to have to take the skin off of, because she doesn't like the skin on them, but it still works out okay. I've got some great value, you know us, we always shop at Walmart, low moisture mozzarella cheese. I got some buns back there. They're like a hoagie type bun, and I'll slice them down the middle and put our stuff in the middle of it. And I have some olive oil. So the first thing you want to do, of course, is you want to slice up your peppers and your onions and get them set aside. Like I said, if you prefer bell peppers, by all means use bell peppers. I prefer the sweet. I think they add a better flavor to the sandwiches. And you want to get those cut up and your onions cut up. You can use tomato sauce if you like instead of tomato paste. You just need to thicken it just a little bit. Now I'll thin this down a little bit. I'm going to put it in a pot and add the sugar and the dry seasonings to it and rinse the can out and add a little water to it. So, I'll be right back when I'm ready to get started. Okay guys, before we get started, Penguin told me she would like to have a side of fries with this, because I was just going to have chips. Well, Pooh kind of wanted to have a side of fries too. So, there's our fries for tonight.
Get one.
That's that little hat I got for him at the yard sale today. Pooh,
Quick fries.
Pooh, are you a fry head? Dad needs to get some Wisconsin cheese thing. We can be cheese fries. Pooh. Yeah, he doesn't like it on too much. I'm going to have to get it off of him, guys. Okay, guys, we're back. You can see I've laid out the meat there. That one there I took the skin off of, because, like I said, Penguin doesn't like the skin on hers. And I got my little baby pot out here. And I have my Hunt's tomato paste. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and scrape the can out good. All the tomato paste out of there I can. You will have extra left over, so if you would like to save it for breadsticks or to use for something else, most definitely you can. Or if you like it and you want to freeze it and use it another time, you can do that too. We did that before. But you can see I got most of it out of the can there. I'm going to take it over and I'm going to put about 1/3 of a can of water in there and rinse the can out. But here's my heaping tablespoon of sugar I'm putting down in there. And I have my McCormick's Pinch Perfect Italian. You can use whatever Italian you like the best. We like McCormick's, of course. I'm putting, about a teaspoon down in there. Maybe it's a little bit more. And I have onion powder. Same thing, about a teaspoon. And I have garlic powder. If you'd rather have fresh garlic instead of this, you can use fresh. I just like using the garlic powder. And about a teaspoon of garlic powder in there. I'm going to go rinse my can out and stir it around and bring it back, and we'll get that going. Okay, guys, I got my water in there, and I've stirred it around. And pour that out. Like I said, the water is adjustable. If it looks like it's getting too thick as it's cooking a little bit, you can always add a little bit more water to it. Or if you get too much, you can let it cook with the lid off for a while and thin down. But we're just going to stir all that up there, all those different flavors, and let it marinate. And I'm going to put that on the stove, put the lid on it, put it on the back burner on low. Just let it start simmering. And I went ahead and I poured about a spoonful and a half of my olive oil. You can use any kind of oil you want, but we prefer olive oil. And I'm going to get my sausages in the skillet, and I'm going to get them simmering. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, my olive oil is hot now, so I'm going to get the sausages in there. There's hers without the skin on it. And I'm making a couple extra, that way if there's leftovers I can eat some tomorrow. Sorry about that, I'm trying to hold the camera because there's no room on the stove right at the moment. And there's the two Italians in. And I'm going to let them cook, I don't know, about 3-4 minutes on each side. Flip them over. And at that point I'm going to take them out and set them on a tray. And then I'll put in my peppers and onions and let them cook for a little bit. And then I'm going to put the sausages back in and put the lid on it and let it simmer for a little while. So I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I give them a flip after about a minute or two. And this will be their second flip. There's the one for the penguin. She ain't got no skin on it. Give this guy a flip here. Roll these over a little bit. You can see they're starting to cook now. Get them brown. Like I said, you want to cook them about... Sorry about that. You want to cook them about half away, 2/3 of the way. And then, like I said, we're going to take them out and put our peppers and onions in. We'll be right back. Okay, guys, I just give them another flip. You see there. I'm going to give them just a couple more minutes. I'll put the lid back on them here in a second. And I'm going to be taking them out. Just started storming here. A bunch of thunder, a bunch of rain started falling really hard. Like I said, so I don't know if we'll be going back to Casey tomorrow or not. We'll just have to wait and see. And you can see over here I got the little pot going with the sauce, and it's now starting to get hot. Starting to break down just a little bit. Like any cook, you got to give it a taste to see if you got enough stuff in it. So we're going to give it a quick taste test here. I'm going to add a little more Italian and a little more garlic to it. I think it needs just a little bit for my flavor. It's plenty sweet and it's plenty tomato. Like I said, I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, guys, we're back. You can hear that sizzle. So they're ready to come out for the moment. That's what they look like right there. I'm going to lay them over here on my tray. Get my spoon out of the way there. There's the penguin. You gotta be a little careful with them because it doesn't have any skin on it. What we're gonna do now, I had that on about medium. I'm gonna turn it down to medium low. I'm gonna put in our sweet peppers and our green bell pepper. And I'm gonna pour in that onion. And I'm gonna take my little spoon there. We're gonna stir it all around. And what I like doing at this point, I still have all my seasonings out. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of garlic powder in there, about half a teaspoon probably. A little bit of that Italian seasoning. And a little bit of onion powder. Now I'm going to put the lid back on that, and I'm going to let it cook for a couple minutes and stir it around, put the lid back on it. I'm going to give it 2 or 3 times going through that to where it's starting to break down a little bit, get a little translucent, a little wet. I'm going to take those sausages and I'm going to put them back inside that skillet and put the lid on them. We're going to let that all cook together about 5 or 10 minutes. While that's cooking, then we'll go over and start on our buns. Okay, you can see I got the bubble going on there. This sauce is nice and hot now. I'm going to go ahead and turn it the rest of the way down completely to low. Like I said, I had it just one notch above low this whole time anyway. Just letting it simmer like you would any good Italian sauce. You want it to simmer together for a little bit. Let's give it a taste test. So there's what the spoon looks like. It's hot. Oh yeah, sweet. Got just a little bit of Italian flavor to it. Tomato. You can taste the onion. You can taste the garlic. Just about right. You don't want something too overbearing that's going to cover up your peppers and onions. You want something to complement them. That way you get all the flavors together. So like I said, I got it down on low, and we're just going to leave it on low until we're ready to use it. We'll be right back. Okay guys, it's been about 3 minutes. I just took the lid off. You see they're just now starting to get soft. Like I said, I like the sweet peppers better. I think they enhance the flavor of the Italian sausages and the Polish sausages, where sometimes if you use just bell peppers only, it's kind of overbearing. Just depends on the bell peppers. That's why I like just adding a little bit of regular bell pepper with my sweet peppers. And you see they're about half the way there now. I'm going to put the lid back on that, and I'm going to give it about 3 more minutes. Okay guys, another 3 minutes has gone by. You see what they look like now. The onions start to just get a little translucent. You don't want them too cooked, you know what I mean? You just want to cook them on slowly. So we're ready to put back our sausages and stuff. So let's get our sausages back in there. Get them arranged around here. I like trying to put them towards the outside edges myself. Like so. Like so. Now we're going to let those cook for another, like, I don't know, about 4 or 5 minutes, and then flip it all around and give it a couple more minutes with the lid on it. So I'm going to get the lid put on this, and we'll head over to the table and we'll get our buns ready. Okay guys, our sausages and our peppers and onions are almost done. Our tomato sauce that we made for it is almost ready. So we're going to go ahead and slice the buns. Now these are brat buns or hoagie buns. You can use hot dog buns if you like, but you want to get something that's a little bit sturdy, because you're going to make it kind of wet inside by putting in the peppers and onions and the sauce and the cheese. So I wouldn't recommend just getting like a plain old cheap hot dog bun, because you'll put everything on it and it'll just fall apart on you. So we're trying to do this on camera. I've never sliced one on camera before. Make sure I don't cut myself here. We're going to go about 2/3, 3/4 of the way through the bun. Split it open just about like that. You can see that, not quite all the way through. Like I said, these are brat buns I got marked down on the day-old rack at Walmart the other day. They're a pretty good sturdy bun. I've already used a couple of them to finish off the rest of those State Fair tenderloins that she made. There we go. So when our peppers and onions and sausages are completely ready, I'll be back and show you how to dress these before we put the stuff on them. Okay guys, we're back. We're ready to start dressing these buns now. I'm just doing 2 of them to start with. But we're going to take and spoon some good old sauce on there. I just like to take a couple spoonfuls, run up and down the sides like so. Coat the bun a little bit. And we're going to take some mozzarella cheese, or you can use any cheese you like. You can use sliced cheese, or you can use, we don't have any sliced mozzarella in right now, so I'm just going to use some shredded. Just going to go down through there and put a little bit of cheese on the bottom. Just like that. Do the other one for you here. Good spoonful of sauce. Sauce on the other side. Just like so. Let's get that over there so you can see a little better. Sprinkle just a little bit of that mozzarella cheese down through there. And that way the heat from the sauce will go ahead and start melting that cheese just a little bit. Just about like that. We'll be right back in a second, and I'll be putting the rest of the sandwich together. Okay, guys, we're going to assemble our sandwiches now. So I'm going to try to get down in there. I'm going to try to get some of them peppers and onions spread out there on the buns. Not too many to start with, just a little bit on the sides there. Just like so. Spread them out on both sides. Just about like that. And then here's penguins without the skin on it. We're going to lay it right there in the middle. And then I'm going to get this one for myself. And we're going to set it up there. And what I like doing is I like going back and putting just a little bit more sauce on the sausages. If it gets too thick on you, you can add a little water to it, stuff like that. And then I'm going to put a little bit more cheese on it. Boy, don't that look good? And the smell, peppers, onions, sausages, all has a great smell to it.
I haven't felt great, but I have a feeling this is going to make me feel a lot better.
And we're going to fold it up just a little bit like that, the way it's supposed to be standing when you eat it. And at this point, if you want more peppers and onions, you can put more on, but you see ours are squeezing out the way they are, so I'm going to leave them like that. So when we get our sandwiches the rest of the way done, we'll be back. There you have it, guys. Italian sausage sandwich with peppers, onions, and mozzarella cheese, and my special marinara sauce. Like I said, I only had it that way one time at the state fair when I was a kid, but man, they're really good. Here's the penguins over here. Like I said, hers is skinless. She doesn't like the skins on them, so I did her skinless. You don't have to use foil, but we like putting foil around them, let them set for a minute. That way that cheese melts. You can throw them in a microwave and nuke them for a moment, melt the cheese, or wrap them totally up and throw them in your oven if you like. But they're like really good. So here we go. All those flavors blend together. Sorry about the mess, guys. The peppers, the onions, the sauce, the flavor of the Italian sausage. It's just like buying one at the state fair. And like I said, it works equally good on Polish sausages. If you don't like sweet peppers as much as I do, you can use regular bell peppers. The amount of ingredients I use today, you can usually get like 4 or 5. So if you're making for a whole big family where everybody's going to want a couple of sandwiches, you probably want to double the size of everything that I did or triple it. It's really good. Made some air fryer fries to go with it. Well, I guess that's our video for today. Fair food, Italian sausages, or Polish sausages, the way Penguin and the Chef eat them. So, I'll see you guys in the next video. Remember to like and subscribe. Bye-bye, guys.